Hey, what's good, y'all? How's everyone doing? Hope y'all had an amazing day. Today we are back with some more Le Mans Ultimate. I've did a few races now on Le Mans Ultimate. Managed to get a better lap time in. I think I went into the 21s, 22s. I think it was a 21.8 or something. Didn't check what the qualifying time was, but we are in P3 or 4. So that's a really good qualifying. Really close to getting into silver rating. This is a clip from a live stream, so if you want to see this live, definitely check out the description. We are now going towards the finish line, and we are underway. Green, green, green. Better start than the McLaren. The Beamer up front has a great start. The guy behind me in the Aston Martin, not the best start. There's also a Beamer on my left. As the Aston Martin goes pretty wide, we are not getting the run onto the McLaren towards Eau Rouge Radion. Got a achievement 250 overtakes. Not that interesting, to be honest. We have a little gap towards the Beamer behind.
P2.
And we are trying to get a run on P2 because we have a better slipstream compared to the McLaren right now, because we have the double slipstream. I'm trying to have a look on the inside, but to be honest, there was just no room to dive in there and try have a run. There is a Beamer behind us getting close as well, as the McLaren dips all his 4 tires into the gravel, going towards the hairpin right now. I need to watch out for the Beamer behind, that he's not going to make a move on me, and also need to try and put as much pressure on the McLaren as I can. As the Beamer up front dips a tire into the gravel, we all do, if I see it correctly. In towards P1 we go. The Beamer is slowly driving away as well as the McLaren, and the Beamer behind me is really close, as we are now settled in. But here, braking a little bit too early. Beamer behind me hits me in the rear.
Oh my days, man.
And as I said in the last video, didn't had any problems. I can confirm after now 25 races, there has been a few moments where things happened that could have been avoided, as well as this one. Maybe I braked a little bit too early, but I'd rather not brake too late and do what happened with the Beamer that's now up front. Let this Aston Martin go, because I was like, I'm not even going to try it anymore.
Dumb people, man. It's lap 1. Relax.
Yeah, I was a little bit frustrated. In the end, I did check it back and said that it was a bit of my mistake and a bit of his mistake, because I braked a little bit too early, but not even that early. But yeah, let's put our heads down and try to get these positions back. But when you're frustrated, then things are getting a bit more difficult, because you want too much compared to normally. As I'm trying to put as much pressure on this Aston Martin as I could. Lap times were good, 22.1s. Could do a little bit better, could go into the 21s. But yeah, it's more difficult than having some free air up ahead. But yeah, just trying to put as much pressure on this Aston Martin as I can, as he goes a bit too deep. Couldn't really put my nose somewhere to get alongside with him, but he was making a few little mistakes, so I knew he was on the edge, on the limit, and I was just trying to push him into a mistake, because for some reason I find it very difficult to overtake with GT cars. To try and outbrake somebody, it's just not working for me, as he goes really wide into that first right-hander, and then we close up for the left-hander. Just waiting and waiting for the best exit I could have possibly had. Needed to lift off here, and that's when he could bring a bigger gap towards the chicane. So he has a little gap now. There's basically no opportunity anymore to try and go up the inside for the chicane. You can try it, but to be honest, this is way too far back, and like normally on the normal line I still manage to outbrake myself, and if I just go for the inside, then I'm just afraid that I'm way too late on the brakes and then just run into the side of him. As you can hear Jeff saying, just send it already. So that's what I did, and there was an opportunity, enough room, enough overspeed, but he is still there on the inside for the next corner towards Eau Rouge Radion. And are we going to stay here? Are we going side by side? No, I let him go. It's just not the smartest move to try and go side by side with the GT cars, as there is a big chance of understeering into the guy that's on the outside of the corner. But we have the speed to try it into Lecom, outbrake him, having the better run on him, and then onto the inside we go and we make the move done. And now the next car up ahead, 3 point something seconds if I'm correct. You cannot really see it because the relative is behind the webcam. Also cannot change the HUD, that's something the game doesn't have. Hope they will add it soon, or like in the future, but that's not something that's in the game right now. As you can see also behind the Aston Martin there are a few cars, so I hope that he would hold them up so I could fully focus on the car ahead, on the Beamer ahead, because I wanted to get that position back so bad, especially on what happened on lap 1 over here. As you can see, braking now at the normal point, so I was braking a bit early. Yeah, so just trying to push as hard as I can. As you can see, going into the gravel. As you can see, we closed up quite a bit towards the Beamer up front. I think he was like driving casually, just relaxing, and with doing that he was maybe losing some time. I don't know, maybe he was just a bit slower throughout the race, as the best lap right now is a 21.6, so that's amazing. Last lap was a 21.8, so I wanted to try and keep those lap times in. Maybe even go quicker would be perfect. Going into the 20s was amazing, but I can guarantee you that that's not what I'm capable of at the moment. But as you can see, he is not that far ahead, and there is still 5 minutes to go, aka about 3 laps to go. So that could be enough. The time I needed to gain per lap was about half a second. The first 2 laps we started at 3.2 seconds or something, 3.2 or 3.3. Then the first lap I made it to 2.7, the next lap to 2.1, and that's when he made a small mistake. So right now, I think that's this lap, we went from 2.1 to about 1.4 seconds, so really catching up as he made small mistakes, lost a bit of lap time throughout the laps. And I was fully focused, there was just autopilot, I was fully focused, just didn't want to make no mistakes. And as soon as you go on that autopilot, like you just forget everything that happened on that lap. Like it's just you're focused on the moment right now, not on what happened before. When you made a small mistake, you don't look back at that, you just looking ahead, where can I gain time? As you can see right now, I lost 4/10 throughout the lap, but we are still closing in. So like my goal was to just stay in the time. For example, if he was 2 seconds ahead of me, I wanted to keep it at 2 seconds or gaining, like just gaining. As you can see, he's going deep into the chicane, and that's when I thought, okay, he is either pushing too hard, maybe he ruined his tires already, maybe he's overheating his tires. So I knew if I just keep going on this rate, we will catch him at the last lap. Then we would be about 5/10 behind him, so it would be perfect. But then you also need to overtake somebody, and you'd rather be 5/10 behind somebody in the last sector, and then gaining, so you can have like 2 or 3 tenths on Camel Straight, because that's enough to close up and get the position. But as you can see, he was really slow through Eau Rouge, and we are closing in. I'm looking for the inside, maybe to scare him a little bit. I don't know what I tried, but just to show myself that I'm here and that he needs to keep on pushing, and maybe push him into a mistake. As you can see, he's going way too wide here, and this is where I knew this is going to be my opportunity, right here. Again, showing myself. Of course, not close enough to send it up the inside on at Pouhon. Maybe for the next corner, but he's a bit too far ahead. 2 minutes to go, so that means 1 lap after this one. So that's like enough time. Still, I was telling myself at this moment, like, okay, you got enough time. Just line it up on the straights. Just get as close as you can right now. Just get into that 3-4 tenths gap towards the chicane. Then close it to 1. Then on the start-finish straight, stay there, and then Camel Straight, you'll get him. And that's just what I was thinking. Just no mistakes. That's all you need to do right now, because this is a guaranteed P3. It was fighting for a podium position. So I definitely wanted that, especially for the driver rating. That's really helpful to get onto the podium. And into the chicane we go. You see me closing in. I must say, out of the chicane, I'm always slow. Like, I'm always slow. I need to work on that. Yeah, and he just had a better exit through there. It's also on turn 1. But he goes a little bit too deep, so that gives me the opportunity to actually close up. You hear me say it. I was a bit disappointed that I couldn't already close it even further down. He takes a really weird line towards Eau Rouge, getting a track limit there. But I was like, fuck that shit, I don't care. Like, we need to flash him, like, please see me. And here we go, on the outside. We got massive overspeed on him right now. He is still there though. He is still there. And he outbrakes me, goes way too deep into the corner, do the switchback. Now we have the outside inside for the next corner. Yep. That's what I said. And right now it was just fully defending. So I already straight away go to the middle of the track, like, don't try anything stupid right now. So he tries to go around the outside, but as I said last time, it is really difficult to keep the car around the outside and get enough speed through that corner to keep it side by side.
Somebody into the gravel.
Yeah. As I said, it wasn't fully his problem. At that moment, I just didn't really know what happened on that lap 1
not do the same thing again, buddy.
incident. I did see him close up here, like, pretty quick. So I was like, no, please no. But as we are going through here, he got a better exit. But it is still not close enough to get towards Blanchimont and to stick it up the inside there or the outside, whether way I would have defended or he would have gone. But he is too far back. Maybe he can still try though into the bus stop chicane. But he is really far back at this point. And I just knew, brake a little bit later into the chicane. It doesn't matter if you mess up a little bit, because you can easily defend that, and the start-finish straight isn't that long to let the slipstream work.
Oh man, let's fucking go. This one is feeling amazing.
Great drive. That's a powered car left. Okay, pit stop request, clear left.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. Getting that podium felt amazing. Man, if you all enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join on the Twitch. I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye bye.